drafting phase. My name is Solska. I will be your caster. And guess who is joining me from my side? Or not my side, but beside me, obviously, is going to be yes, the screen. You can see it in the screen. It's going to be the Asuya. How are you, Asuya?
Well, I'm really, really good, Tulski, and thank you for that beautiful introduction right there. And yes, just like you, even I'm really excited for this best of seven today. The first match grabbed by the side of Team LCF. Like, it was quite the turn right there because I really thought that Eliminators might be the one who will be taking this victory, but then again, that one diversion changing the entire set, the entire way the game goes. And with that, this time LCF does have the first pick and Team Eliminators with those two picks. So I'm really hoping for some strategy bans right there, for some baits coming out from both the sides. What hero they want to deny, which hero they want the other people to just grab onto. I mean, just look at them like in the last game, Suyo with Sarar Moon on the Suyo did such an amazing job. I wonder if Team LCF will be giving away that Suyo to Eliminators this time.
I mean, it can be possible. I think also you might get banned here because LCF don't want to face that Sarar Moon Wrath coming up in this second game also. So anything can happen. But you know what? As you mentioned, one diversion can make you win the game. Or I also like to point out that they had so much of surprise element in the team LCF in the previous draft. They got the Louis, they got the chip, plus they forgot there was one play that I just saw. So there was a lot of surprise elements coming in from the team LCF. So when you have that much information, when you predict that either low E can be in that bush, maybe in that upper lot lane bush, so your brain gets too much of information. So I think that is the reason that you might get confused whether you what you have to face. If like see, if you face a chip, he has a shortcut. Plus, if you also face the diversion, you have to be careful for the two mega things in this Land of Dawn. So I think Eliminators still have the ban left. So what do you think, Asuya? Who are they gonna ban here?
I mean, there are a lot of heroes which can be banned out. Hilda, maybe LCF once again just denies a Hilda right there. And again, Eliminators might go in for a Fanny ban because Lom Lomai on a Fanny is an absolute monster. And with that, just like before, maybe denying a chip to Eliminators can work out. Matilda might be a ban worthy thing once again. Then, Bruno is out onto the grab, Ranger is there, and if it's for the jungle, if you give out a Suyo, it will always be the alpha, which can be traded away really easily. And with that, I really loved how a legend picked up the glue, but then against the glue, there was that CC who was being so useful in those team fights. Like she could solo sustain, solo poke away people, solo zone away, and she was definitely the MVP in my eyes. She did an amazing job. And with that, let's just see what goes on because just look at the bands right there. Zushin been banged out along with a Hayabusa and a Madilla.
Exactly. And now I can see a Jushin ban. Okay, as you mentioned. But now still Suyu is open and you can see you as you mentioned it out like the alpha and Suyu are kind of a nemesis in this meta. If you pick the other obviously you will go for if any team has Suyu you might go for the recommended pick would be alpha, but other assassins can also work. So let's just see. All right, that's a good ban, joy ban coming up from the LCF, and we are here for the last ban in the first banning phase, and it will be from the Eliminators. And I think we can guess what that ban is, which I can't see for now. Maybe it's some issue. Like I'm sorry for that. And yep. So for the last ban, I might go for a Suyu ban maybe because they don't want to give up with Suyu. If they want to pick Suyu, or maybe they will ban some I would say utility EXP, and there it is, the high lows ban coming right away because they don't want to give that extra mobility that comes with that glorious pathway. So Asuya, what do you think? What will be the first pick from Peter?
Oh well, a lot of options are open. Maybe they go in for a Bruno once again. And at the same time, a Granger is out for the grab. And maybe, Peter goes in for the Louis once again because Eliminators do know that Peter with that Louis is a monster and they one of the tournaments previously I discussed it for them, they did ban away the Lori for Peter, but then it will be a Sicilian grabbed on by the side of Team LCF. Now Team Eliminators need to take up something which can dive behind the lines, take this monster down, because he will be the bone of contention, especially towards the late game for themselves. And like they do actually have two of the picks right onto the name. Let's just see what they go for. Will it be a Bruno? Will it be a Granger? Might even be a Garot Kacha or a Chip. What do you think, Solskjaer?
Hilda,
Okay, it
I
will
was
be
about to
Hilda.
say Hilda. I was about to say
Yep.
this power of finalists are coming up right away. And you know why they have picked Hilda? Because Hilda, if they don't pick so much of slow, because still glue is open. And if you pick glue, it gives a lot of slow that Hilda can't go to the backline because it's very difficult to go backline concealed. You will be, I would say, revealed when you try to go to the backline direct to that Sicilian. But I love this straight away Bruno pick. I still think Bruno is a very valuable marksman because he right now in this current meta, I would say it's absolute best. I would say, and yeah, obviously, I would say still Bruno is a better pick against Granger. I was about to come that. So yeah, and Suyu has been given away this time to the LCF. And if I'm not wrong, they have still Alpha open. So we got LED Sicilian. He's LED because it's sparkling right now. It's just blinking lights. And Pine going with the this Suyu and the Granger. So what do you think, Kasuya? What will be the last pick in this first picking phase?
Well, first of all, I really want to say that LCF's draft in this game is just what Eliminators grabbed onto in the previous game. I mean, look at the Sicilian as well as the Suyas, the Granger. Three of the power picks, the artillery in the hands of side of Team LCF, but Pid will be answering it back with a Farsa. Well, fighting range for range, this is what you really want to do. But then Farsa really needs to be careful because Suya
Nice.
with those dashes can always come in, close that distance, and the damage is so much from this guy, especially if he gets that early game snowball which he really needs. Then let's see how well it goes because even Bruno needs some space, some time before he can start getting those equipments before he can start packing punches.
Hmm. But I would like to mention it that I love this far stopping, but I don't. It's a matter of positioning, how you execute it. Because if Farsa gets caught on to the what do you call it, the sanguine claws of Sicilian, because it has a very good range, and you can even if you are using sanguine claws and it's if the edges touches you, you will you will still get stunned. So you have to be very careful of the positioning. And as you mentioned, Suyu. Suyu can go just dive in for the Farsa, but I also think if Bruno gets his spike, those balls gonna get so what do you call it, so damageful that Suyu when he dives in he will get those ball and he gonna get hurt very badly. So you got to be looking out for those balls. And yes, I'm just saying. Oh yeah, I love this. Though these two bands are pretty good. The eliminated the divers, the glue, and this CC, which was, if I'm not wrong, Cutie Pine was playing this CC in the previous game, and that's how they countered that Sicilian, which Team Eliminators had in that previous game. I'm loving this bands coming in from the Eliminators. They learned from the mistake. I hope they really executed well. But look at the bands coming in from the LCF. That's going to be the Phobius and the Ship. Both are good bands because they squeezed out that roaming option for Team Eliminators plus the EXP option. But I think, I mean, yes, Hilda is always be 90% of the EXP. It doesn't go room. So I think they might mismatch that ban. Maybe. What do you think, for Asuya, the Phobius ban? What do you think about it?
Um, well, obvious because Sia will be dashing, Granger will be dashing. Maybe they're looking for something which can dash even more. Maybe picking up a Joe for Bruno. So just ban out the Phobius right there. But then again, banning out a glue as well as
Hmm.
the CC Eliminator does not want any skirmishes towards those EXP. And now what is open for us? It is Khalid. So will LTF go in for the Khalid because they really need some sustain. And this is what I was
Nice.
talking about. They need some CC, they need some sustain to give that space, provide that window of opportunity for Sicilian to stack up, for our Granger to stack up, and also like the damage which will be giving away from these backliners. That is something which Suyo can capitalize on, grab in those last hit, take the kills away, And then again, there is one thing about that draft right now. Like they have a very conditional kind of draft, heavily dependent on the ultimate, especially coming from the Carmela's Curse of Blood. You need to follow it up with the AOTGs, which will be dropping down, and then it will be Suyo as well as the rest of the damage dealers who will try to capitalize on what happens actually. So they really need great
Hmm.
initiations, but it can easily be missed out to Solski. So they really need to be careful of high risk,
Ah.
high reward team composition.
Yep, exactly. And plus I think there's a if you have something in too much, you can actually use it like you have it too much. That's the saying for the LCF for now, because they have a lot of ultimates as you mentioned. So I think if they use an AOG for zoning out, I think Curse of Blood will be just a cherry on the cake or just a cakewalk for Carmilla. That it can be easily used because the resources has been used for the side of Team Eliminators. If AOG lands not on to the teammate, but just to eliminate some resources coming from the eliminators. But look at that, the Khalid pick is there. They squeezed out the roam option from those last two picks. They were thinking that they might go for Carmel or the Get Out, but I think Tyrell was still open. A lot of rumors were open, so I think they might be thinking something else. They just went on with that fighter Roma. Plus, if he goes for a Thunderbolt in the first item, I think that's you should not go if you're doing roaming with Khalid, or maybe Hilda can be the roam. Anything can happen. So far, so forth. I would say I'm siding towards no one. I think it's on par to par draft. They have that what do you call it, anti-dive plus the dive composition for both of the teams. So let's just see what this game holds for us as we will be going into the land of Dawn shortly, and Asuya will be taking over soon. So Asuya, first of all, let me ask you and our viewers also. I'm there with you guys. I'm seeing all of the chat, so please consider like, share, subscribe, and stream, share it, and if you and please go onto the description and join our respective channels. So yep, what do you think, Asuya?
It's definitely Hilda art on the roam because he really loves that hero and he plays it really well. He will always be there with the invades towards the enemy jungle. I mean, just look at them, Bid as well as our art already trying to dish out some damage right there in the mid lane. Art looking in a really compromised situation. The revitalize has been popped up. And Saranmun might come in for the clutch right there, but look at the damage coming from the bad impacts. He's already level 2, and Moba might going in. The flicker has been forced away. The revitalize is right there, but that 1 HP, she will be flying away. But instead, it might be the first blood taken away by Saranmun onto Lomlomai. Rest of the people looking really clutch, but look at that. Look at the moonlit waltz coming between Peter as well as Jabom, the perfect couple saving each other in the nick of time. This is what you call, knowing the needs of each other.
Okay, I see. But that's not a needy, but a greedy pick off coming from Lomlomoy. But again, Art being so greedy here. But yeah, the Cyclone Eye will help him to escape. Plus, he is the Hilda, and Hilda on Rome. Oh.
Well, I told you it will be the same, but she's in a low HP, she will be just speeding it up away. But 3 versus 3 right there, they're trying to start some damage, and Art in a very compromising situation. He's trying to follow up, but look at Lomlomai, he will be dashing away, as Fate has also joined in, the taunt coming in, Jabom in a really low HP, Art might go in for that last hit, but just look at those HPs, Khalid has also come in for that kill, but then again, look behind the scenes, fine, need to revitalize, the Praise's Rod hasn't made it away, he's in a really low HP, he's taking so much damage, and Sir Armon will be the one grabbing the kill once again onto his name.
You know what? That was a little a miscommunication coming from the team of LCF. Plus, Fade got that one extra, support that he gave for that kill. So he will be having a little extra gold benefit coming in from that assist. But look at it, they will be focusing on the first turtle.
Okay, the backbeat along with the feather airstrike. Look at the engage coming in right there. Two revitalize have been popped up right there. The taunt coming in from the side of Sararmun. Jawom in a really low HP are trying to zone people away. And once again, it is Fine left in all alone. He's level 3, might be level 4 in any situation right now. But look at the Legend. He's trying to heal up right now. Art also level 4 right there. He's trying so hard to zone people away. And it will be the bomb who will be taken down by Hilda right there. Oh my god. But then Art in a very compromising situation. Lomlomai will be trading it off right there. Legend trying to zone people away. He might go in, try to use up his passive. Oh no, my, they're still diving in, fighting for that turtle in a really low HP, and Lomlomai will be grabbing that retribution battle. Okay, but Peter will be taking that kill onto Legend. Eliminators kind of on the losing end in this situation.
I mean, they just delayed the turtle. I mean, their Legend was just too in near the blue off area of the team LCF, but they still didn't start the turtle when he was a student. But AOG
Okay, the curse of blood coming in, and Sararmun will be taken over. He is denied that red buff as Jaboom is the one who grabs onto it. But in the bot lane, meanwhile, they were trying to take away Granger. He will be successfully recalling. Very, very bad trade for the side of Team Eliminators, unless Art has something else to say. The damage coming in from the first kill is right there. Jaboom also coming in. Look at Art in a really low HP. The Revitalize hasn't popped up. Rest of the team also coming in, and it might be the Sagment loss along with the Bat Impact, but really long by taking that kill onto Fade. Art is the only one remaining. Johan will be grabbing that next kill. Oh my god, and with that, it might be the bot lane turret which is taken away from the hands of Eliminators, as they are also soaking up all the gold which is there.
Yeah, exactly. And now I think team, what do you call it? Eliminators. Yeah, now they got to play. They lost the first title. Plus, they got the heroes that can still hold themselves after the first title lose. And as the fight was continuing, meanwhile, the top, okay, they denied it.
The AOTG denied, but this time it will be taken away. The Feather Airstrike also coming in. Look at the damage coming in. The taunt onto Feather Airstrike was denied, and it might be Farsha who's taking down Legend. Peter taking him down. The curse of the color blood connecting onto two people. Sararmun in a very tight situation right there. He might be taken down. He's in a really low HP, and the Bat Impact trying to tap that one hill. Both these couples trying to take Sararmun down, but they will be successfully recalling. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Granger grabbing that kill onto Art once again.
Yep. Okay. Now I think they gotta play around Bruno, because Bruno is the key to victory for now. Because Bed, I think he will just will wait for his first showdown to dash out damage. Plus the team LCF. Did you see how he hold on to those three people? The Ghetto Casa, and especially his presence of mind was on top, but the turtle fight.
Okay, the turtle has been grabbed away from the hands of Team Eliminators right there, but look at the Feather Strike coming in. The stun is right there to cancel it away. Legend trying to heal up. It is a 4 versus 3 in the mid lane. The Sanguine Glass also trying to connect right there, are trying to poke people away, but Legend going in. Looks at damage coming from those bad impacts at this point. Lomnomai being a menace with the damage he has right now. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, I did see Bruno picking up a kill right there. But then again, there is some skirmish going on near the bubble buff. Art in a really low HP. The Revitalize has been popped away. Sararmun trying to grab in that blue buff for himself. The Feather Airstrike with the poke coming in. The fight is on right there, and Art will be taken down by Lomlomai once again. The Revitalize hasn't popped out. The Curse of Blood actually being dodged away by people. The AOTG also connecting his Sararmun in the clutch situation. He will be taken down. And look at that. The Raging Sandstorm, but Legend will just be retreating right now. Okay, Peter grabbing that one kill once again, but look at the damage coming from Johan. Fate will be taken down. Legend, the sole member remaining, he cannot do anything at this point because the macro as well as the micro completely in the hands of Team LCF right now.
Team LCF is on a roll right now because they are using their heroes to the fullest. But again, Art, what are you doing? Don't go again, and don't go one by one. You will be losing your mid lane. Just lose it, brother. Don't go in. Yep. And I would like to see the itemization because Team LCF is on a roll. Plus, we can see the gold difference is approx 5k. And I love this fact that the Elegant Gem has been bought by this incident, and he straight away rushed that anti-heal. Plus, the 2 gold item, the War Axe and the Hunter Strike has been bought by this Suyu. That's why he can melt away straight away this Fredrin. Plus, I love the fact that Fredrin has bought that anti-cuirasses for that Suyu. But again, we can see the fight right away.
Okay, the Raging Sandstorm, but where is that bait with the ultimate way too far ahead, and Legend in a really low HP. The Curse of Blood connecting onto Sararmun. He's trying to poke people away. They're trying to save each other. The AOTG might connect onto bait. The Flicker has been forced, and Fate in a very clutch situation. He will also be dashing away, and with this is another easy turtle in the hands of Team LCF right there. Legend going in for that vision, but of course, Team Eliminators knows that this time they're not in the position to contest for it.
Exactly. And now I think that was the 3 total of turtle that has been gone towards Team LCF, and they have the control over neutral objectives, and the team who has the control over neutral objectives has that advantage in the game, and we can see straight away that how LCF is not, I would not say it's always, I think it is a domination coming in from the side of Team LCF, because if you look at the level difference between junglers, it's approximately 8 to 12. That's a 4 level difference between the junglers, and they are still taking fight. That's so not good call. Art, what are you doing, brother? And he will get taken down because there's a Sky Piercer from the Genja, and he has a presence of build because he has the 4 kills. Why not just go for the Sky Piercer, rush the Sky Piercer, and I think he has 3 kills with the Sky Piercer. That's total of 30 stacks of Sky Piercer. So you gotta be careful, Sararmun. Those anti-cuirasses will only work if those Sky Piercer stacks are low, but it's 30. I think it will still hurt you. And they will need to play again. Okay, that's legend there.
Hey, legend. Between so many people, he will be taken down.
Legend, man.
Yeah, the bad feast actually used up at legend. Really needs some defense right there. Eliminators in the class situation right there. Fate trying to, grab
Hmm.
onto the situation, but he doesn't know. Nomnomai
Oh,
is actually heading in for him. He might be taken down. Fate in a very compromising situation. He really needs that wind of nature, which he doesn't have. He is trying to solo it away, but of course, it will be Nomnomai with that level advantage, with the goal advantage, taking
Jobom!
him down. Okay, look at that beautiful
Jobom!
special blood connecting onto three people. The AOTGs right there. Peter Wolfing grabbing that hit onto Bit, as well as another kill on the hands of Team LCF right now, along with that turret, the second tier turret taken away. The Holy Shields has been taken away too, and with the same. Okay, Legend, going in between four people, a very bad choice right there. What are you doing? You will be easily taken down. You really need that goal. 9 minutes into the game, they are on a lead, absolute lead. Look at Lomlomai taking another neutral objective of the map. Fate and Art are the only ones remaining. They need to defend.
Yep, exactly. And now I would say, even though Granger has that violin in this match, but the rhythm is of their Spooky Pine and Jobom. Those AOG plus Curse of Blood combo is on rhythm. It's simultaneously they are using it, and either the Curse of Blood is connecting, or either AOG is connecting, or either both is connecting. And if you look at the itemization, I was just about to say that Art bought that 100 belt first, but I think he should have gone for that and this that not armor, so that he could have just in the early phases could have tanked a little bit of damage coming in from the side of Suyu. Plus look at the Khalid, he gone for that 100 still. He's going for anti-heal now. I think he still need that not armor, I would say, plus this dominance eye to at least sustain a little bit of damage coming in from the Suyu, because he got the 3 items which can burst you down, but the AOG is there.
Okay, look at the Raging Sandstorm along with the Flicker. Meanwhile, the Curse of Blood connecting behind the scenes onto the people. Legend will be taking down the Revitalize there from Art, but LCF on the Rampage right now. They are getting shredded while bleeding, trying to defend that base, but Johan is on the Rampage right now along with the Sirar Moon. The Sky Piercer stacks are so much. Just look at the damage coming from Johan, and with that, the base's HP has been locked down. Fate will be taken down. A double kill secured right there. Okay, Johan on the Rampage, and with this, the second game will also be taken away with the side of Team LCF. The Lord is also marching down. Look at them trying to just taunt recall. What can Legend do solo? And with that, a score of 2-0 for the side of Team LCF.
Exactly. And I think that was, I would say, a little outdraft coming in from the side of Team LCF, because, I mean, not outdraft, but I would say macro gameplay. I think the draft of Team Eliminators could have worked if they could have done a little itemization differently, I would say, because Serar Moon was on point. I think Legend and Art could have gone for different itemization, or I would say Tigril in this match could have been a key to their roam, because they were lacking a solid roam, because they were zoning it right, but they were forgetting their backlines. And you know what? This Jobam plus this Boogie Pine combo was a cherry on the cake, not a cake, but yeah, cherry on the cake. And this is how you done the roaming plus the EXP combo. And they have the two frontline, three backliners, not the three, but the two backliners. One is assassin at the Lomnum Nai, and he worked his role very perfectly. So congratulations, Team LCF, on winning the game number 2 of this best of 7 series. And this, because it's a best of 7 series, anything can happen, guys. Still, ET has two more chances, because the first one to win 4 match wins the series. So I think we will go onto the caster's deck for now. So Surya, I would have to ask you, what Team Eliminators needs to do differently in the next game number 3, so that they can come back in this series of the best of 7?
Well, when they start to be on the aggro side, like they do not mind if they are lacking the gold. They just want to brawl it out. Maybe just think before they actually dive in with those team compositions. Because Fade, he was trying to dish out some damage. I mean, just look at him, 100%. The only one who actually forced some turrets for the side. And once you start, the enemy starts snowballing, especially it's Loma Mayona Soyo, a hero which is actually famous for those snowballs. You really do not want to give them. The early is actually good with the kind of aggro they go for, but towards the mid lane when Granger will be spiking off, Peter will be spiking off, like when you have a Sicilian in the enemy, why not pick something like an assassin who can dive in, take away these two people? There were three fighters for the side of Team Eliminators, and that's something Peter made an absolute advantage of. That's something he capitalized on. If you see, the way his hand with glass were connecting, almost like three people were there. The damage was so much. Same goes for the Carmela as well as the AOTG combo coming from the Gadot Kacha. It was a well thought out draft simply because there were too many fighters, a lack of mobility on the hands of Team Eliminators right there. Bid as well as her Wade not getting the opportunity to farm it out. They just ended it before they could get the spike.